Hello everybody. In this video I will give you proof why Ketron arranger keyboards are much more usable than Yamaha arranger keyboards. In this video I want to compare SD90 and Genos. It is same thing if you are comparing SD60 or SD9 or Yamaha 700 or 900, but we will compare Genos, so it is flagship from Yamaha, and you will see and I will prove you that SD90 or SD9 or SD60 are much more usable keyboards than Genos. So, in this video, I'm using controller from Novation, still the best controller for controlling hardware, and I'm using SD90. And I will show you functionality of SD90, and you will see during this video how much things you can achieve on SD90 and those things you cannot get on Genos keyboards or Genos arranger. Before we continue, I want to tell you one thing. Very important thing when we are buying instrument, it is sound of the instrument and usability of the instrument. Sound is something that we like and something that is personal taste. But usability of the instrument is something that is ability that you can get from instrument, functionality actually that you can get from an instrument to make instrument to work for you, to present you. If you are doing any job, you need good tools. If you have tools that are able to give you opportunity to express yourself, then you can do that. But if you don't have those possibility, then you cannot do that. And now I will tell you why we have a lot of problems with Genos keyboards to express ourselves and what is wrong in Genos keyboards and why it's wrong in Genos keyboards. So in Yamaha flagship arranger keyboards. So let us start. For this purpose, I'm going to play one style. Now I'm going to play this intro. Listen, everything is what I am doing on real time. So I am in arranger play mode. So in same mode like when you go to stage and you play in front of audience. So it is not editing mode. There is no additional software. There is no additional hardware. We are everything doing right away on instrument. That's why when we are spending thousands and thousands of the dollars for something, we are looking for functionality. We want to get everything from that instrument, and we don't want to be dependable from some other hardware or software if we want to achieve even basic stuff. Let me play style. Now you can hear in this style is a lot of mess. First, it is not in mix. Second, effects are not good. Then octave of the instruments are not good. Then some instrument they sounds funny. Then drums are not good. Some element of the drums are too loud. Some elements we cannot hear. Then effects are wrong. So a lot of mess in this thing. Now we want to do very fast mixing and editing of this style, but we don't want to use any additional hardware, any additional software, and we want to stay on instrument that we paid several $1,000s that should be able to give us opportunity with tools that we can find on instrument to achieve good sounding of the style. So that is something that is expected from one tool that you buy. Now, let me play it. I'll mute everything and I will come to drums because drums are bass. We have to start from the drums. Of course, we cannot mix separately instruments, but we can mix them a little bit, just prepare them to sound together to prepare to sound with other instruments together. Now, let us play. Drums. Let us say I like this kit. But it's too much reverb. I'll exit, go, reverb. No reverb. Now, I will go now to see element of this kit and to mix this kit. remember, I am still in the same mode where I regularly play. So I am not in editing mode. I don't have to go to some other modes and do some tweaks. I am doing tweaks right away here. And I have two types of the doing tweaks. For whole style or parts of the style. For whole styles, I will just press to global. For parts of the style variation, I will go to single. I am dealing with global. Now, kick, down, hi-hat, down, snare, maybe something like this. We are not still sure is that going to stay like this, because we need bass guitar and another part of the styles, other instruments. Then we will adjust kick to bass guitar and the snare to other rhythm guitar or something like that. Now, bass guitar. It's okay, this bass guitar, but let us say I want to change it to this one. Let us say I like this one. This instrument is wrong instrument, totally wrong. Before I continue, I will tell you one thing. So, I am not in an editing mode. I am in regular play mode. In Genos, you have to go to edit mode. You have to do their things, and you are stuck with C major. You cannot go and listen to chord progression of the style by the time you are doing changes. Here, you can do that. And you will see, you can listen to chord progression if you sing that song in any key. If you are a male or female singer, you have to take different key. It depends on your ability. And then you can work with this key and do changes and mixing of the style in real time without editing mode. Continue. Stop. Listen. Listen. Did you hear? Did you see what I did right now? I actually changed octave of this instrument, and I got proper sounding instrument. Something that exists in any keyboard forever. It lasts 30 years, but Genos doesn't have. It is not mistake. It is actually something that is shame. Something that is company that did that to you, to your customers, to customers who they think they will buy their keyboards. They didn't give them so basic option. So it is funny when I go on internet and if I am reading on some forums that people are asking Yamaha, please, we are expecting to have in Genos 2 that option that we can change octave in part of the style. They are begging for basic functionality. It is not sorry. It is shame. So Yamaha with this move showed that they are actually somewhere in cloud, and we customers are still on earth, and we are on ground, and we are here. We are trying to play instrument, but if we want to reach Yamaha, we have to buy computer and additional software to change basic stuff. How they can do that to customers? How they can make so it is not mistake, it is much bigger than mistake. Much bigger than mistake. It is something that other people are laughing about. And those people who bought Genos, they have to now be quiet and just stay down in corner and wait until something is changed to get some better feeling of money that they for the money for the instrument they bought. That is something unbelievable. Now let us continue. So I was able to change octave here. Let me continue play this. Okay, now we have better sounding style. I am very close to style that I want to have, how it should sound. So let me play that style with intro. Here, in G major. Now what we can hear, the solo guitar is too loud, and that is actually, it looks like a guitar player. In my country we call that guitarista. Guitar player, it looks like a guitar player is not in good relations with other people, other musicians, so he's in front of a stage and he's playing guitar. He doesn't care about other people. He's just too loud and he's not together with them. So to make him together with them, we have to go here. We have to put a little bit of reverb to put it together with other musicians. It down and play it now and listen. Now all instruments are there and everything is there. So in couple of moves, I showed you ability and power of usability of Ketron keyboards, comparing to Genos. And now remember very important things that I have to underline. First, we are in play mode. We are in regular mode when we are performing, so we can play it from any chord and do any chord progression. And whole editing, that was F major, G major. So now, by the time we are playing chord progression, we do all changes. We go, as I show you, part of the styles in drum kit, and in real time performing, we are doing changes. We are mixing elements of drum kit. We are adding effects. We are mixing elements of the style, adding effects. We are changing octaves. We are doing a lot of stuff. There is a lot of possibility that we can do. I just show you a couple of the basic stuff that you cannot do in Genos. Doesn't exist. Change octave doesn't exist at all. Now, work with chord progression doesn't exist. In editing mode, you are stuck in C major. What you can know in C major? How will chord behave? How will chord behave in progression? So you don't know that. You can just imagine. Whatever you do, you have to do one move more or several move more than you have to do here on Ketron. Usability is a very powerful thing of the instrument. Usability is something that is making you to be able to express your talent, your ability to perform, and everything that you can do. So right away with instrument that you bought, that you paid for, you don't need anything extra to buy or to pay. No hardware, no software, no anything else. So now is question, who needs then Yamaha keyboard? Okay, I can help you with answer. Somebody who likes that sound, just he likes the sound, he can go over everything of these things, but always he will suffer because he doesn't have that things. If he is a real musician who wants to express himself, if he is looking for something more than just to use keyboard player. So, for example, to me, Genos is more keyboard for playing stuff. So if you are a YouTuber and if you want to do something, to show something that you can play some cover songs on YouTube, do something very fast that sounds as a good recording together, then you can go with Genos. If you have 1,000 people who are looking at your video, and you can earn some money, and you can buy some styles, somebody else made those styles, you are actually using somebody else's talent, creativity, ability, and you are just man who learn how to read notes, and you can play and catch some melodies with ears, and you can play. It sounds nice on YouTube, and you can be cover musician with YouTuber. Then it's fine for you to buy that Genos keyboard. I don't have anything against Genos. I like Genos. I had Genos for many years, for 3 years. I sold it because Genos just didn't do purpose that it has to do to me. It has to be usable keyboard. It has allow me to work on that keyboard fast, to have flow that is that has possibility to achieve everything on the keyboard. I cannot get it, and I don't want to have that keyboard. And to me, always sound that I'm on the ground and the Yamaha is in the clouds, and they are making something and selling to you, and they are thinking on this way, oh, okay, we have keyboard for you. If you like it, here you are. If you don't like it, you don't need to buy. That is price. Take it or don't take it. So I want to have feeling when I'm buying something that something is usable and something is really good, and price tag is justifiable. So that is something that I'm thinking about keyboards. So what I'm expecting from you, Genos, I'm expecting from Yamaha to come from the cloud here to the ground and be together with us musicians and to make usable instrument that you can get everything on instrument. Those software are bonus. That expansion manager where you have to do user drum kit and save drum kit, that is after that maybe not usable, but you spend some time to do that. Give me this. I want to make it on SD90 right away, during playing and performing one song, and after that save it and use it for whatever I want to use. Why to be complicated when we can be simple? Why to ask us to spend more money when you can spend less money? We don't need to spend any more money. And why to lose more hours in working on something when we can achieve that in a couple of moves, in a couple of seconds? So Yamaha people, I won't tell you something else. If we are talking about workstation, you are number one to me. Look at there. It's Yamaha Day7. I bought it 1985. I bought that instrument in Munich when I was in Europe. I have still that Yamaha. And I have Motive, I have Montage, and I'm following you. And I have Yamaha drums, I have Yamaha keyboard. The most equipment that I have from any company here, I have Yamaha. The most equipment, Yamaha equipment. So it is great company. And in this video, I just want to tell them, change something about arranger keyboards. Be more honest and give us good arranger keyboard, more usable instrument that we can use. So, for Ketron keyboards, they are very good keyboards. They are on very high standard. Ketron and Korg are somewhere here now in this thing. Ketron is here in terms of sound, is a little bit above the Korg. But in terms of, when we are talking about a rhythm section, but Korg is still more usable. Ketron is close. Ketron has one thing to do. It is multi-layer samples. It is more multi-samples. Actually, sample mode. They have to do something on sample mode. They have to work a little bit faster. And that thing to using audio drums is dangerous game. Audio drums are good and not good. Audio drums is somebody played them. You cannot do a lot with them. Then you are again music player. MIDI drums with good audio samples, with good audio kits that you already have, that is something that is allow me to express myself more. So don't go, Ketron, too much toward audio drums. Don't go. Keep this ratio between audio drums and regular kits that you can use in MIDI patterns. So keep it. If you don't do that, then your instrument is not going to be usable in studio recording. Because in studio recording, we are using a lot of patterns, MIDI patterns from VST instruments. We are making MIDI patterns. We are making MIDIs. All those drums that we have now, they have capability to connect. For example, Roland drums, I'm talking about real drums, Yamaha drums, then Alessis drums, any another company. You can connect to virtual instrument, live drummer, they can play it, we can use those patterns, and then we can use them with MIDI drums. So don't go too much in audio drums. You can keep that as one of the strengths that you have right now, but it has a lot of disadvantage, especially if we are using real guitars, or if we are using waves. they are a little bit lazy when we are changing chords, and you don't know that they are lazy, and everybody knows that they are lazy. That is improved a little bit comparing to audio keyboards, as the series of the keyboards is much better than audio series of the keyboards. It's new technology. Its sound is about the same sound, but this is new technology. It gave us a lot of new stuff, a lot of new things. So it is not anymore any point to compare audio to SD90. That is, some people they can still talk about that, but they can talk if they drink coffee and they want to be somehow different from other people, but there is no sense to talking between SD90 series and audio series. This is new technology, new era, new instrument, much better than audio. So everything is much better than audio. So at Korg, for example, when I mention all other keyboards, Korg is the closest instrument to be perfect keyboard. They have to change operating system, as I mentioned, and they have to give us opportunity. They have to sound better, especially in drum fills and bass guitar fills, and at least give us opportunity when we have samples. Those samples, they should this should sound better from than right now. They're a little bit muddy, so they are covered with some kind of mud if we are using PCG files. I mentioned that several times. So anyway, I'm going to finish this video. Thank you very much for watching this video, and hopefully this video will help you musicians who are buying those instruments, and maybe it will give some signals to companies to change some behavior, and because companies who are making keyboard, they have to work together with musicians, with real musicians actually who are buying and playing those keyboards. I'm not talking with some musicians who are doing some kind of job for them in a term of making styles. Yeah, of course they need those musicians as well, but the most important is the relations with consumers, with us who are playing and buying those instruments. So company has to think on us, has to listen to us. That's why Korg and Ketron are on good path. They are listening to us, and they are making good instruments. I wish that the Genos 2 is going to be something more closer to Tyros 4 in terms of usability on instrument, but much better. And of course, it will be, I guess, much more closer to sound that we can get from workstations, Yamaha workstations. Not too much hi-fi, not too much cover songs, not too much YouTube stuff. Okay, if you want to keep keyboard for this kind of customers, then call it Genos YouTube. For example, Genos YouTube. Good idea. But then you must have Genos Professional line of the keyboards. Then we will buy the Genos Professional for us. Make something for us. Usable keyboard that has everything on instrument without without these things that we have to go to use expansion manager or some other style softwares, style manager or something like that. Okay, we can use it as a bonus sometimes to achieve something more, but not for those basic functionality, please, people. Thank you very much for watching this video. Have a great day.